Right, let's flip the coin. And then we're going to check the coin. And then we're going to keep the coin. Why? I like getting paid. Congratulations here. Season 10 of the NATTS. You're in the VGP division, week number 11. And let's see who we've got showing up here. Oh, look. It's the Dark Elves versus Nurgle. Oh, this ought to be an amusing contrast, isn't it? Because, of course, you know, being elves and liking to get stuck in there and doing some good beatings. Well, frankly, you know, you think the Dark Elves would be, you know, in an exceptional place. They have ball handling skills. They've got great... Oh, wait, that's right. You're dealing with hentai tentacles and a lot disturbing presence, ugly visage. Oh, dear. Well, this might be a matchup they really don't like. Well, there's nothing for it. This is who they drew in the round. They're in the VGP division. There's one reserve for each side. That's always good to see. I think they're going to need it. So, let's see, what have we got here? Well, let's see, Nurgles have shown up. They've got the fame in just the 3 rerolls. Of course, there's the 4 rerolls over there for the Dark Elves. It might be a wee excessive, but you can see here highlighting. Let's see what skills he's got. The Nurgle team has developed rather well, actually. And there's a good thing to see. He's got kick. As everyone would always say, if you're a Nurgle team... as soon as you got a chance in a rotor, you always buy kick. Why? Because you like to control where the ball's going. Of course, it's interesting he's a multi-skilled player. How'd that happen? Well, there's probably a whole story about that in a couple of casts. Meanwhile, on the flank, immediately chancing the one-die block, he gets it. And where are you going, Sunshine? You got the block, but now you're going to stay there? Really? You don't have sidestep. Alright. I'm not his team. I'm not his coach. I'm his commentator now, and that he's going to regret for a long time. Anyway, continuing on here. As you can see, he's got a slightly cunning plan. At least it looks like a cunning plan, doesn't it? It really does look like a very cunning plan. However, I'm wondering if he's about to run into a problem. Epic fail, of course. But you want to try that again? She got it. She actually got it. And she's off. And he's not. Well, so much for your cunning plan. Alright. Nurgle, not exactly a fast team, as we all know, especially the Chaos Warriors having the movement down because, well, let's face it, you know, they need all that extra, you know, abilities elsewhere. And, of course, you know, the Fluffy doesn't move very fast, too. Surprisingly, he just bought Guard instead of the traditional stand firm. But it's the style of the coach. Nothing wrong with buying Guard, depending how he's been using him. And considering where he is and how skilled up his team is, it means he's been using him Fluffy rather well. And there's a devastating side block that goes, well, sweet but all. And Fluffy, of course, on the move. Let's see how he decides to exploit this. Yes, marking up 2 players, good job. I don't care if you have AG, Fort, and Dodge. You're going to have to get away from, like, Loving Embrace. And by Loving Embrace, I mean Violation. Reminds me of my last date. Anyway, too much information for you there, lads. Anyway. Trust me, I think the swellings yield pretty nicely. I can sit down again. Never mind, you lot. Right. Not a healthy place to be. Does make the desperation block. Could you imagine if his ugly appearance had actually worked? That would have been a complete disaster. Dark Elves, yeah, of course, doing the side cage. VG's absolute favourite play to actually do in this league. And, of course, she doesn't have sidestep. You're really hoping this is going to work, aren't you? He gangs everyone up to take down poor Fluffy. Down he goes. And again, you're lucky you're not rolling ones. You can see he did roll a 1 right there. Re-rolls it because he desperately needs this block to work. Gets another 1. Fortunately makes the dodge re-roll. And he has saved the ball. How about you, Sunshine? Where are you going? Well, In AG, fully trusts, you can see, makes both dodge rolls, even makes the go for it. But, add 4 rerolls to start this game. Add, key term, you're already down 2. Not the way a Dark Elf team wants to be doing with the game. Well, he got him alright. Good shot. Good shot indeed. I'm having fun with the camera today. Ah, there we go. See, this is what happens if you change mouses mid-stream. Right. Nurgle. Now, this is what I'll always stress. Nurgle, by far, in the hands of a good coach, and especially once they've started getting the skills, are probably by far one of the strongest, best defensive teams in the entire game. And why is that, you'd say? Well, you're not dumping the ball off very easily now, are you? Gets the push away. Well, he'll take that, no problem. He's not caring about the surf here particularly. In fact, he just likes, instead of going for the temptation, and trust me, that had to have been tempting. Nope. Starting, he's going to go back to containment because that's what Nurgle does best. A successful Nurgle game is one he wins 1-0. If he wins 2-0, it's an exceptional game. But let's continue on here. Blades of Cain, they've got to find some solution. And they're trying this again. Lad, it didn't work the first time. What tells you it's going to work the second time? What's that? Your oracle says it's going to work the second time. Okay. 2 dice uphill. Well, that actually worked. I'm impressed. Now, I'm generally impressed. That's one hell of a risk, and it worked. Well, that had to hurt. Well, he's stunned. Guess he hit him in an unimportant place like his head. Solid hitting going on. There's another quick punch down. Here it comes. Where's Fluffy parking? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. That's the brilliant move right there. And that be a perfect park. See, this is what happens when Fluffy is being used very effectively. This will probably force some kind of uphill block. If you had stand firm, it's totally perfect. But you know what? As everyone says, the only doubles you never use to buy block, of course, is the great old Gland boxcars. You always want Fluffy with strength 6. And yes, I've had to play against a team with a strength 7 Fluffy. Very bad day indeed. Have you tried dodging away from a strength 7 tentacles? It's just not done. Speaking of not done. Well, he's been failed at his agility there. Double 2s trying to dodge away. And you've left yourself completely wide open. Definitely wider open than my sister was last night. Well, that's what happens when the person's, check bounces, And he wasn't carrying a, good credit card. Anyway, enough about family. Let's get on with it here. Where are you going, Sunshine? Fails it. Re-rolls it. Gets the push, and the crowd's going to have fun with that one. Where'd that go? Well, I'm not too sure who that actually helps in this case here, but you know what? I think Nurgle's going to, decide, you know what, we're going to try and get near this ball. Do they want to do any marking up there? That's a good question. You probably do at this point, lad. Yeah, there you go. And this fine strapping lad, he's off. He's actually going to try and get the bloody thing. Well, he's got sure hands. He's the perfect player for it. Push me, push you. And where's Fluffy going? Yeah, it's a good spot. Right. Oh, he's got a cunning idea. Oh, he thought about it. He definitely thought about it. And he decided, you know what? He felt there's a 1 in there somewhere in his future. See, there you go. She's got the ball, but that didn't work, lad. Try it again. Oh, he made it, but there goes a precious reroll. Really, you're keeping the ball down here. All right. And there you go. Foul appearance. Ali stunned again. Again, well, as you'd say, that's a chain of ones right there. One on the foul appearance and a one on the dodge away. See, what could possibly go wrong? And as many have reminded me, yes, there's clearly a list. Right, Nurgle. Let's see if you can slime your way into this one here. Oh. Well, careful controlled, if you can call it that. The Rotters stagger their way up. That finally, Fluffy has a stupid roll. Well, it's turn 5. He's about due for one. He's been incredibly effective. He might not have swung a punch, but let's face it, he's done the damage. So that's the trick there with the Nurgle team. Somehow, how you do the damage, very passive. You might not be have to directly hit things to really mess up someone's plans. I'm just looking over there, yeah, it's only the one. And he got the punch down. He even gets the stun. Is anyone getting that ball? And now you're starting to see how useful Disturbing Presence is. He's basically forcing sixes on the bounce. It's more push me, push you. Blades of Cain, it's turn 6, and you've got to out it to your eligible receiver. No, really, that's your play. And I can see him arguing at this point, could he stop failing dodges? Well, he fully got it. The lad's down. Oh, sigh. It's just not happening, is it? It's definitely a plague of ones. Yeah, this is everyone's dream game against any elf team, isn't it? It's a plague of ones. Nurgle, absolutely now not kidding, is now bringing almost the entire team up because, well, let's face it, it's now all about interdiction, baby. In fact, you know what? I think he's even thinking he can get this ball. Let's see if he can actually get it. There's a solid punch. There he goes. Well, he got him. Here comes Fluffy, bringing up, well, something all right. I think that's a rabbit. Anyway. Ugh. It worries me I can actually recognise what the animal originally was. See, Nurgle doesn't get it at this point. He could score. He cannot score. It literally is at this point he doesn't care. But you know what? Scoring's always fun, isn't it? He's marching down the field. See, he can make go for it. It's no problem. Oh, God, it's not again. Oh, she's down again, unfortunately. Yep, there you go. 1 and a 2. And the lad is in. He is. Well, not expected, but you know what? Nurgle will take that. A defensive touchdown, always their favourite thing. Well, you got your KO back. Do you wish to try this again, lad? Oh, yeah, that's right. 1 turn left, and you got no rerolls. Well, alright, could be nicely timed. Out the power to kick wheelie, bury it. Extra reroll. Like they need it. Well, that just makes it a punishment turn, basically. Let's see what the Dark Elves can actually do to maybe do some kind of damage to try and swing this around. And now I hate to say it, yep, if you're the Dark Elves, you've got the one reserve. You might want to start thinking about fouling finally. Because you've got to start removing part of this team. You made an ad off. May I ask why? There's only the 1 turn left. It's not like the Nurgles can score. Alright. Short team, short plan. To push away. Where are you going, Sunshine? You make the dodge, you even make a risky go for it. It's a serious question here, lad. You don't need to do it. Are you proving a point? I can get that. If the game seems to be giving you a flood of ones, you're trying to prove that this does actually work. Okay. I will accept that. Just accept you're about to get a lot of pain. Sigh. Well, crowd took care of him, as this is bring your tools from work day here at the stadium, and that could be a rather bloody day for anyone else getting surfed out. Well, Nurgle doesn't have to do anything exceptional here, or anything really extraordinary. It's turn 8, it's just free punching. As you can see, he can just ignore the ball carrier, doesn't care. In fact, Fluffy actually gets the benefit. He can finally actually throw it. Well, it's a stun. Only Fluffy's incredibly disappointed. He gets to hit something, but that's all he gets. Do you need to cover? Now he doesn't, so in goes the reserve. And now it's the Dark Elves' worst nightmare. They're on the defense against the Nurgle team. Now, normally, don't get me wrong, Dark Elves can play an exceptional, very mobile defense. And of course, they've got these slightly armor, kind of like the High Elves, and they're not afraid of getting in there and, well, basically scrubbing you. And having two frenzy players with jump up definitely helps. However, well, it's a Nurgle team. He's hoping for the crazy kick. And once again, it's a free reroll for Nurgle. So, Nurgle, what are you going to do about this one here? Oh, he stunned him all right. Double skull. Reroll that one real quick there, lad. It's a little early, he feels. Oh, you're up 1-0. There's another solid hit. How's that poor lad doing? Ah, he's just fine. Having a wee bit of a rest, I guess. And now Nurgle at this point here can afford to be as conservative as they want to be. So he doesn't need to charge forward. He doesn't need to engage. He can just take his time and say, look, you need the ball, come to me. Would it help if Nurgle says he made cookies? Well, let's hear it for sure hands. Sure of something, alright. And now it looks like you're about to see what the Dark Elves have no choice. They've got to tie this up. This means there should be, as expected, quite a bit of aggression trying to get into the back end. Which I understand something you were trying to do every time when you go out on a date with her. But anyway. See, no risk. He's not even going to try the dodge here because, well, so far the turn's going rather well. He hasn't had to use a reroll. Yes, I have to admit, that's a wee bit of a note how that went last time. That's how interesting. He's keeping these ones back just in case things break through. It's not a bad idea, considering. And Nurgle, quite frankly, well, go up the centre and try and clean up the mess along the sides. It's like they say in the barber industry, short back and sides. There's another solid push me, push you. Keeps him near Fluffy. In fact, he's going to give Fluffy the courtesy of actually throwing a punch. I said the courtesy. Didn't necessarily mean he's actually going to do it now, is he? And that's it for Nurgle's turn. And now you're about to see, this is when life's going to get really interesting. Can they finally bust through? Yes, he really rolls that, because he wants a solid hit. Even Monty Blow cannot get through the rotor. That's his day. He does make the crazy dodge. Of course, as you know here, really stupid. This is Fluffy's biggest problem. When really stupid happens, it turns off his tentacles. So, of course, that is actually, you know, rather a small move. Just get away from the Fluffy thing. Oh, lords, not again. Absolutely not again. Sigh. When your AG4 in dodge just isn't that day, you know what's going to be bloody happening. Well, Fluffy, now that he's got no one marking him, quite frankly, that is the smartest move. Let's try and keep two players tied up. Meanwhile, back in behind here, Nurgle is going to very calmly advance the ball up. Whoa, that's aggressive. He just wants to score this one. He was definitely aggressive here. Could this backfire? Oh, definitely. But you know what? Not today, sunshine. And there he goes. There's someone dead. And is he still dead? Yes, he's still dead. He's still gone. Well, the NATTS Season 10 season of fatality continues. And yes, he actually has to re-roll that one with a double skull. Oh, the punch down continues. Who did they lose there? It's just a lowly lineman. Did you even want to bother apothecating that one there? Yeah, you did bother apothecating it. And you saw stat decrease, so you figured, you know what, you might as well let him die. I don't blame you, lad. But here's my question. Why are you apothecating an ordinary lineman? You can always replace him. That's just me thought. Alright, here we go. Let's see what this lovely lady actually does here. It's a good hit. Definitely a good hit. And it succeeds in the peel away. I will say this, Dark Elves definitely not out of this game, but they'd like to see finally a few armor breaks. Even a KO would do them wonders. It's a stun. I hate to admit it, they'll actually take that at this point here. Fluffy's back up. There's another solid punch. Yeah, it's a stun. Well, you hate to say this, with the apothecary burned out, they're now counting every single hit, going, this could get really serious. How's Nurgle going to play this one? They've got lots of options. And he does decide, you know what, I'm just going to dodge away. Makes the easy dodge. As you know, now it doesn't have dodge, but you know what, he still has his reroll. Only a 1-9 was going to trip him up. That might have been the only thing that was going to really, literally trip him up. Behind the scenes. Well, he's got to get these two players back in the game. This has got to be frustrating them. This rotter's just not breaking. There's a heroic 1-die attack. Gets a push, re-rolls it. And it's still just a push. Really not sure why you're being that hyper-aggressive on that section, but he's trying to make something happen. And there you go, foul penance. Has to use the other Witch Elf. He gets away from the tentacles, and there you go. Well, he got a stun. And Constable Ed's decided, you know what, he's not going to check that one. I guess he feels a little sorry for him at this point here. There's another brutal stun. Like I said, at this point here, the Dark Elves are counting the blessings anytime it's only a stun. And there's the third straight solid hit. And that's the third straight solid stun. Well, so much for your defense. Oh, look, Fluffy's decided not to play. He's done. Someone give the poor thing a scritch. Well, Nurgle, what are you going to do about that? That's unplanned for. Slight advance. Keep the screen up. Don't blame you, really. Because 1, 2, 3 players suddenly stunned down. I don't think the Dark Elves are going to be counter-attacking. Alright, she bravely makes the dodge away. And commits in for a full-on attack. So Z. Here comes the lovely darling. Where are you going now? And yep, she got him. And you do have the ball carrier once again marked up. This lad, yep, it's 100% commitment. They're putting everything in. And how about you? Nope, keep him marked up. And he's trying to buy a turn to get his other 3 players back. Do not blame him. Nurgle. Well, fortunately, the clock is ticking down and they still have possession of the ball. It's not a bad situation. In fact, it's a rather healthy one. Sidestep. Well, they did plug it up nicely. She only had 1 place to go. I know everyone else wants it to go, but unless you buy a calendar, that's not happening, lad. She's not even talking to you. Oh, Fluffy, welcome back to the game. Where do you think you're going? Well, he's not tying anyone up. That's what she said afterwards. But here's his outright cunning plan. He has freed up the ball carrier. He might as well maneuver over to the other side of the field. It's still a rather open situation. It could be attacked if he's got the right combination of players. Right, risk is now the business. Does it work? 2 dice uphill, definitely a reroll, and well, that's it for his day. So this is where my crazy feeling is. You've got the other players. If you're going to risk that, why are you not taking maybe someone risking to mark it up? It's just a thought. But at this point, Dark Elves may have already been thinking, you know what, if this doesn't work, it's pretty much already in the cage anyway. There's a rare thing you see, Fluffy escorting the cage. The slimy, tentacle-encrusted hentai cage. Yes, apparently that's a thing in Tokyo. Oh, of course, they've got the HR Giga cafeteria. If you go through the entrance, trust me, you're going to feel like something's been violated. Right, Nurgle. This has now become pretty much routine marching down the field. They're just seeing if they can actually do anything else. How are the Elves going to feel about this one? Nope, not giving up just yet. Everyone makes the jump ups. Solid punch. Well, he's down. Here comes the rest of the team. Well, you can see what's coming up here. Ow! He stunned him. Constable Ed still not calling it. And that's it. It's in. 2-0. Well, that's decided that one, all right. Remember what I mentioned before? That is actually an exceptional game for Nurgle. Alright, Dark Elves, what you got? 1 turn left. Well, possibly if you had the right combination of skills. Maybe, but I don't think that's happening today. But a riot? Well, you never know. You could actually get some honor back, and you can see here, Nurgle is keeping that in consideration just in case. But they're putting some pretty strong players in the front line because, well, quite frankly, they're not worried. Dark Elves, yeah, at least getting them in position here to at least, just in case, do something if indeed that is a riot. We have seen Stranger in this league. Someone could tamper with the clock. There's enough toolboxes out there. It wouldn't surprise me. There's a good solid blast into the back. Where's it going? And once again, 3 rerolls for the Nurgle team. It's a beautiful kick right in to the backside. And let's see just exactly how the Elves decide to deal with this one here. Well, they're going to resort to their favourite game, punching. Well, he's got a plan. He's gonna try, and that's what finally does him in. It's why it doesn't work as well with Nurgles, because you've always got that extra roll for a 1 on a foul appearance. So there goes the cunning plan. Sigh, you incompetent fool. Well, I hear the coach is taking care of that one. Anyway, final score, 2-0. Yes, Nurgle team again proving why they belong in the second round and have definitely become a serious threat to get into the playoffs here. As for the Blades of Cain, a very tough break of a day, including a death to a lowly lineman. And we'll see how they do next week in the VGP division. Nuffle, bless your dice.